Tuesday, May 16th, 2023. Wow. Life happens all at once. And after months, February, March, April, May, of being at Moz, sort of absorbing, touching every data system that a customer could. There are more data systems at Moz than I have touched and played with. Internal systems, external systems, but I made the decision in my mind that I wanted first the perspective of a customer, a fairly fresh customer, because even though I'm an SEO and I've used Moz on and off in the past, I am, like many people, having migrated to different products over the years and never given up certain products and taken up new ones. And it's a reacquainting, and a fairly pleasant reacquainting. I'm happy with what I'm finding, and I can, with high levels of integrity and feeling good about myself, sell this stuff, and hopefully sell it in different ways than it traditionally has been in the past. And so the intensity is, starting to have findings, starting to say stuff, starting to have opinions and do things, which I wasn't really doing for the first few months, even though I am quite sure there was the hunger or expectation of that from me. But, I am not one to rock the boat until I can dance and do backflips in the boat confidently. So I can dance and do backflips in the boat confidently. And as I'm saying, life happens all at once. There are things on multiple fronts going on in my life. It's not just me starting to fire on all cylinders at work. It's other parts of the engine in the vehicle going dramatically and seriously out of whack, or one might say snafu, because dramatically out of whack is sometimes situation normal, and the rest of what snafu stands for. And it could not be any truer. So having the confidence at work and the happiness, finding the love for it, is very much putting me in a position to have the strength for the other fronts in my life. They say that we're only given as much as we can take. And what's often said, what I grew up on, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Now, I have come to get a little more in tune with the modern zeitgeist of the world, and what doesn't kill us makes us stronger seems to have gone very much out of vogue, to the point where it's met with disgust. Now that I understand the appreciation in these other places in my life, I guess I sympathize with that more, because what doesn't kill us sometimes makes us miserable. And is this state of misery, better than the alternatives? And that's a serious question being dealt with out there by people. And, in my mind, you just change the situation, to change, what's happening in your life. You first change what's in your mind. You change your mind. Then you change your immediate environment in order to change your habits. Habits fall in line after your environment is changed. And then after your habits are changed, your life changes. B follows A, C follows B. That's just the way it is. And so if there's not the capability to, change, what's in your mind, and then that leads to the lack of capability to change your environment, and that leads to the lack of capability to change your life. And these cause ruts that can last your entire life. And so hence, that is the fatalistic dystopian plague, the real pandemic of our era. It's not the coronavirus. It's a dystopian, fatalistic nihilism that has settled down like a dark cloud across our youth because of the internet and social media, and the lack of adults setting good examples by reading long form in front of their children, or alternatively writing would do too, because these are the great mental disciplines that go into changing your mind first, and from which everything else cascades. So I'll be wrapping this up quickly because I'm going to be getting off at a good exit for parking at the ferry, and then heading into the city for a nice art exhibit from an old friend who has named his company one of the best names I have ever heard of, Surmountable, because nothing is insurmountable. And I can't wait to see his art exhibit, and I'm going to wrap up there because I'm exiting here and I got to have my head fully in the game. See you soon.